Milestone home runs are a big deal for several reasons. For one, the obvious, it's a milestone home run and will forever go down in baseball history as something not many people, if any, have ever done before. It's significant for the player himself, but the other big reason is what it does for the fans. Specifically, the fans who get the ball or who could potentially come up with the baseball as it soars into the stands. Because it's crazy to get such a historic baseball that you can either keep, give to the player, and have that cool special moment with, get some signed stuff from him, etc., or you can sell the baseball and get life-changing money, depending on how much it's worth. And that very last circumstance is where we get to something that's led to a lawsuit. Really quick, if you breathe air and like baseball, like the video and subscribe if you haven't yet, or just wait to see if you enjoy the video and then make a decision. That works too. Just like Shohei Ohtani for the Dodgers this year. That's worked out pretty well. And when he hit his historic 50th home run to become the first ever player in baseball history to hit 50 home runs and steal 50 bases in a season, he did it in the worst possible place to do it, Florida. No, I'm kidding. Florida is great, but when you hit a milestone home run there, in this case Miami, you're asking for a Florida man to come up with it. The Florida man meme has become such a countrywide thing thanks to the internet. Everyone can now see how crazy some people are in that state, not just the people who live there. But this situation, one that resulted in two Florida men, and I put men in quotation marks for a reason, which I'll get to soon, but this situation is so stupid. So one Florida man has filed a lawsuit against another, accusing him of taking away Ohtani's home run ball away from him. And what this does is also halt the ball from being sold at an auction until it's settled. Apparently the auction can start, but the house will not sell, conceal, or transfer the ball pending the court's ruling. So when Ohtani hit the baseball out to left field for his 50th home run, as you can see here, a man ends up coming up with it. And the other Florida man who he stole the ball from, yeah, that's why I put quotation marks. So this guy is 18, and on the night of this game, it was his birthday. So he's barely 18, which, I mean, hey, he's still legally an adult, but let's not act like he's still not kind of a kid. But anyway, the initial filing by him requested a court order declaring that he is entitled to the ball and requests a jury trial on his claims, also alleging unlawful battery against the man who came up with it, also naming another guy the older man was with at the game who claimed ownership of the ball. He claims in the lawsuit that he grabbed the ball, and it reads, quote, "Indeed, Max," who's the 18-year-old, "successfully grabbed the 50-50 ball in his left hand and intended to keep it. Unfortunately, a few seconds later, a muscular older man trapped plaintiff's arm in between his legs and wrangled the 50-50 ball out of Max's left hand. In so doing, the defendant wrongfully and forcefully obtained control of the ball and was escorted out of the stands by security." End quote. Now, look, I get it. I really do. This is a very valuable baseball that costs pretty life-changing money, especially for an 18-year-old. I mean, for anybody, but especially that. Absolutely, I get it. As the opening bid for it is $500,000 and could go up to as much as $4.5 million. That's how much you could just outright buy it. But I still just don't really think he's going to win this. Neither do I think he should. I did kind of joke he's not really a man, but he's obviously old enough for other people to not just let have it. If he was 6 years old, yeah, some older man should not even think about grabbing this ball. But he's 18. Yes, still kind of a kid, but definitely old enough to take responsibility of not being the one to come up with the ball in the end, considering in the video, there's nothing that insinuates he's entitled to the baseball. I mean, this guy pretty clearly was on top of it before this kid reached in to grab it from him. Like, it's pretty obvious to me he simply just got to it first and went down to get it pretty fairly, and trust me, I'd without hesitation call out anything bad intention. I hate when older dudes take balls away from younger people, specifically children, obviously, but I don't see any foul play here. I just doubt the 18-year-old will have a good chance at winning this case, although it's worth a shot to find out if you're him, I guess. But you're perfectly allowed to go after a baseball in the stands. The other guy simply looks to have gotten to it first and get a hold of it before the 18-year-old reached for it. Just seems like a dumb lawsuit without any actual merit, just grasping for straws, as I just personally cannot see how a judge will look at this and deem him entitled to the ball, but maybe that's just me. Let me know your thoughts, and thank you for watching.